Hi, I'm Julie. Welcome to the SoCal Garden Haven. Come along with me as we explore my Southern California garden, discovering what's growing, and finding a little peace and happiness along the way. This is my Bottlebrush tree. So this tree has an interesting history. When I moved in here in 1987, this tree was here. And over the years, it grew really, really tall. But about 10 years ago, there was a catastrophe. It was New Year's Eve, and we had a windstorm, and unfortunately, the tree fell, and it fell into the sidewalk to the left, and it was covering the sidewalk. So I found it on New Year's Day, covering the sidewalk, and I had to cut it away. I couldn't call anyone to help. It was New Year's Day, so I had to cut it away piece by piece. It took me hours. Well, as I was in the middle of doing that, a woman walked by and saw what I was doing, and she said, "Oh my goodness, let me go home and get my gardening stuff on and I'll help you." And I had never met her before. She was just a woman who lives in the area, and I said, well, okay, let's do that, because I did need the help. So it took us quite a bit of time to cut back portions and to put them in my backyard, because the tree was even taller than it is right now. So there was a lot of tree to take apart. And you're probably wondering, well, why is the tree here right now? Because when I called my arborist, who I've had for many years, and I had him come to finish what I thought was taking down the tree, which was very sad, he said, "Oh no, we don't need to do that. It'll grow back." And as you can see, the tree has definitely grown back. Once again, is being visited by wildlife. Besides the butterflies, bees, you can see one there, and birds like to come to it as well. So I was so happy to be able to save this tree. This is the other side of the tree, and you can see right there where the cut was made. So my arborist cut it at that point rather than to the ground, which goes down quite a bit here. So rather than cutting it to the ground, he cut it at the point where it had broken. And then a new branch came out, and that constitutes the new tree. The bottlebrush is a native of Australia. It's an evergreen shrub or tree. It's identified, as you can see, by the colorful flowers that appear as long, bristly clusters of filaments around a stem, is what that is. They are adapted to the temperate climate zone we have here in SoCal, and they're pretty drought tolerant. In fact, you don't want to water them in the summer months once they're established. As you can see from the flowers, it's pretty obvious why the bottlebrush got its common name of bottlebrush. The botanical name is Callistemon, and this small tree, and as well as a shrub, is in the myrtle family of plants. There's a bee in there going to town, as you can see, on this flower on the bottlebrush. So fun to watch the bees get so busy. Look at that butterfly. And that was a monarch. And it did look like it was eating nectar from the beautiful bristle-like flowers on this beauty, as you can see. So pretty. So really easy tree that just gives you these beautiful flowers. Throughout the year, the flowers come, and as you saw, attracting the birds and the butterflies and the bees in my SoCal garden. Thanks for spending some time today with me in the garden. If you enjoyed being here, feel free to subscribe and come back again soon.